In the male community, we know the chicks that's like, yo, that's side chick pussy. And then we
so
know
what about
the
me
dumbass nigga who wifes up the side chick. And we're like,
so what makes me
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Bert 91. This is probably like our fourth video on Brittany Renner. We got the first three blocked. They moved mad and blocked all my videos, but don't worry, I'm gonna edit them and bring them back on again. Don't worry about that. We're gonna bring them back again. But we're gonna talk a little bit about the last part of this interview, or this clip that DJ Academics produced, where they're talking about side chicks, where Brittany Renner says she's not a side chick, and then she's gonna go on to say, obviously, what, I'm a side chick because I'm beautiful. Sis, that's not why you become side chick, darling. That's not why you become side chicks. Side chicks are not born because they're buff. They're born because of the position that they take on. All right, let's talk a little bit about that. If you're new to the channel, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Let's talk about it. All right, listen. Strong language in this video, please. Listen, unfortunately, I've not had time to be able to edit this. There's some strong language in this video. This is not for your kids. Hide your kids. Anyway, it's just not for kids anyway, so they shouldn't be able to play it. Let's go.
side chick? Because I'm beautiful. And
no, because the one who everybody fucks but doesn't wife. That's the side chick.
And that is the answer right there. Listen, if you consistently find yourself in a position where you consistently are dating, having sex with people, but you don't ever get into a relationship or ever get married, then you are potentially, side chick's even nice. I think you're not even, you're unable to bring about a complete finish. You're unable to get into a position of security with these men, which actually screams a little bit about those men, but also mostly about you, because you are the common denominator between all those men and yourself. You are the common denominator, where you keep choosing men on a basis of the fact that you like something about them, but you're not realizing the position of yourself when you're choosing them. Is it from a place of healing, or is it a place from brokenness when you're choosing these men? Because when you start to choose from healing, you choose men that are going to fit your need according to your healing. Now, am I saying you're going to always get it right? No. But what I'm saying is you'll make better choices, right? But if you consistently choose men that have the same type of legacy, the same type of residue they leave on you every single time they come in, they lie, they cheat, they steal, and then they leave you again every single time, then we need to start looking a different way. Now, not only that, what you've put into the atmosphere by saying athletes are the easiest to trap, that in itself is going to stop men from trusting you. You've actually created a problem by yourself by putting a video out on the big Beyonce internet and saying, oh, athletes are the easiest to trap. They don't. What man is going to trust you? If I'm one of these men that can get any kind of girl and you come along, I am just going to have sex with you and I'm never going to trust you, because you've already said it's the easiest to trap somebody who's an athlete. Why would I trust you? And this is what I said about my last three videos about Brittany Renner. She wanted us to have some empathy for her, but she on the net has produced a villainous profile. You have put it out there that you're the Joker, you're Thanos. You put it out there that you're what's it, the Riddle, whatever kind of enemy you can think of villain. You've played those roles on the net and said, whilst it's on the net, that's me joking around. That's me, like, performing. But if you get to know me personally, that's not how I am. Darling, we don't get to know you personally, and the millions around the world won't know you personally, okay? And all those athletes and those high-value supposed men, if you want to call it that you're trying to date, who are out there, they're not going to know you. They're only going to know you by your profile. So there's no way that I'm going to look beyond that profile and trust you. Listen, just because DJ Academic says, I think you're different to what I see on the net, does not mean he trusts you. It just means I see a different aspect of your behavior when you're one-to-one. But I still won't trust you. I wouldn't even trust you. I can't even trust you, because I'm looking at like, hold on a minute, you've just said you were trapped me. Now, I mean, you ain't gonna trap me. I mean, because at the end of the day, I ain't got no money like that. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't even looking my way. But I'm just saying, if it was that case, and I had that kind of money and I had that status and I had that power and I had that wealth, I wouldn't trust you, Brittany. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. I'm sure I see a different side to you. Maybe you could be a friend, but I could never wife you. And that is why we're saying about do the healing. Because when you do the healing, that villainous profile you've put out there, okay, that villainous effort you put out there won't come out the way it has come out. without remorse and without any empathy, it seems like. And then the way you talk, you know, at one point you was like, it's new baby daddy season. Oh, like, oh no, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl, baby girl. Every time you do that, you may think you're doing us, but you're doing yourself. Now, there is going to be, I'm sure there'll be one unsuspecting fool out there that will wife you. But the truth of the matter is, most people are going to dodge you. Most men are going to dodge you because you've already spoken and we already know what your reputation entails. We're not going to look beyond that. No, we can't take the risk, especially if you're trapping people for babies. Right? So you being a side chick in this particular situation, okay? Right? These men are not going to make you the main squeeze if you behave like a villain all the time. That's why I said in my other videos, you're going to have to take time, rest, heal, and then come back out again. And you need to come back with a new message. And it's got to be a convincing one, a convicting one, and one that is true.
Sorry.
So who have been side chick?
You wrote a fucking book.
Who have been a side chick? But I was never a side chick.
Well, when you write a book about having casual sex, and by the way, not one of them claimed you. We assume.
Now, she said that obviously in those situations, she wasn't a side chick. She was, I'm guessing, the main squeeze. And his point was, well, none of them actually claimed you. Aside, obviously, PJ Washington, who we knew about, none of them actually claimed you. And that could be, let's say that's the truth, right? That could be the point in case, I mean, it's the truth. They didn't claim her, but let's say that's the truth. Let's run with that a little bit, that line. And then say, obviously, then you might have wanted to go for someone like PJ Washington because you would have had a cleaner slate. You weren't being judged by him. He would have looked at you differently to how some of the grown-ass men looked at you. So it would have been a natural inclination for you to go towards PJ Washington because you got a clean slate and it's a fresh set of eyes. They're not going to judge you, right? But even that situation didn't go the way it was meant to go. And this guy seemingly seemed to love you. And I'm not saying that he wasn't innocent. I'm not saying because there's rumors that he cheated. I'm not saying any of that kind of stuff hasn't gone on. I'm just saying, remember, you've got to deal from a place of healing, not from a place of trauma. And I still think she's going through her trauma and healing. And I think she's not there yet, right? To really deep it.
You know why men don't claim women? Because we have a real girl that we don't want to tell about you.
And that is the truth. Man, them have a real girl elsewhere and they're not really focused on you. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you know, that's why they don't claim you. And in that sense, that's what I'm saying to you, Brittany Renner. I love the fact that you're a super villain. I love the confidence that you put on your Instagram. But I said it in one of my videos about a few months ago. I said, I really hope that, you know, you cannot sustain this because what you truly desire is not going to be found in you playing a supervillain, right? If you want to play a supervillain, get into Marvel, get into DC, okay? And then really live that character. And I'm sure you'll get an Oscar. But if you live that character in your own self, you're going to find yourself being an enemy of your own story. You are going to be a villain in your own story with no hero. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate it, guys. Stay locked and stay